Bhagavad Gita 9.29 Samoham sarvabhuteshu namedveshosti na priyaha ye bhajanti tumam bhaktya maite teshu chapyaham. Samoham sarvabhuteshu. Krishna is saying that I am equal to all living beings. Namedveshosti na priyaha. That there is no one who is he's envious of, nor is he partial to anyone. The word priya normally means dear, but in this context, because it is in juxtaposition to dveshya, so Krishna is not unfavorably disposed towards anyone, nor is Krishna specially favorably disposed towards anyone. And what about his devotees? Ye bhajanti tuma bhaktya, those who worship him with devotion. Maite te chuchapyaham. Krishna says that they are in me and I am in them. Maite. So it's a very intimate form of union that Krishna is talking about here. He's not just saying that he loves them and they love him. He's saying that actually there is an interpenetration of being itself. That he is in them and they are in him. Sadhavam hridayam mahyam sadhunam hridayam tadaham madanyatte na janati naham tebhyo managapi. Lord Vishnu, while speaking to Durvasa Muni in the 9th canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam, says that the sadhus are in my heart and I am in the sadhu's heart. Madanyatte na janati, that they don't know anyone apart from me and I don't know anyone apart from them. So this is a very intimate form of affection which leads to both the lover and the beloved living in each other's hearts. And this second half of the verse contrasts very dramatically in emotional tenor with the first half, where there is neutrality, that I am equal to all. And it's a dramatic transition from neutrality in the first half of the verse to intensity, to fervency in the second half. And to understand this transition, we have to look at the context. Previously, if we look at this whole section, Krishna has said that the demigod worshippers get a temporary result. Shine punye martya lokam vishanti. He said in 9.21. And his devotees yoga kshemam vahamyaham. Then he further said that for worshipping him, there are no rules. Patram pushpam phalam toyam. 9.26. And then he says that mukto mam upaishyasi, whereas the devatas, worshippers, they will go to devatas, whereas those who worship him will come to him. And he's already stated that those who attain him attain an eternal destination because his abode is eternal. So this might lead to a question: is Krishna partial, that those who worship him, he gives them an elevated result, and others he doesn't give an elevated result? Why is that? Isn't that partiality? No, Krishna first of all clarifies that by saying no, he's not partial. He's equal to all. The first two lines, there is no scope for ambiguity left about Krishna's impartiality. When he first says that Samoham sarvabhuteshu, to all living beings, that means it's not just to devotees and demigod worshippers, but Krishna is equal towards all living beings, not just human beings, all living beings. Namedveshosti na priyaha. So he is present as the super soul in the hearts of all living beings. And he doesn't discriminate. Oh, this person is a Shudra, this person is, I won't be in his heart. This person is a Brahmana, I'll be in his heart. He doesn't think, oh, this creature is a insect in stool, I cannot be in his heart. oh, this creature is a swan in clean water, I'll be in his heart. No, Krishna doesn't discern. He is unflinchingly, unfailingly available for all living beings in his indwelling manifestation of the super soul. And thus, he reveals his uncompromising equality or equality or impartiality in dealing with all living beings. At the same time, in the second half, he states that ye bhajanti tumam bhaktya, that those who worship him with devotion, bhaktya, actually this word which has come here in 9.29 had come earlier, just 3 verses earlier in 9.26, when Krishna stated that patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachati, bhaktya, with devotion. Similarly, here also he says, those who worship him not out of some ritualistic obligation, but out of genuine devotion. Ye bhajanti tumam bhaktya, maite, I am in them and they are in me. So interpenetration of beings is actually a far more intimate and relishable form of oneness than the oneness of merging. Many people think that merging into the absolute truth will lead to liberation. So in the second half, ye bhajanti tumam bhaktya maite teshu chapyaham, that is basically a continuation of what Krishna told long ago in 4.11, ye thamam prapadyante tam sathaiva bhajamyaham. That as all people surrender unto him, Krishna responds accordingly. So he is reciprocal, and his reciprocity is foundational to his personality and essential for there to be any possibility of loving relationships. If a person is absolutely neutral and unemotional, we may respect that person's stoicism, but a very intimate, affectionate relationship will be made difficult by that very stoicism. We may have admiration, but intimate affection will be difficult if that person does not reciprocate with anything that we do. So Krishna, as the super soul, is the guide, the overseer, the permitter, and in that role, he is equal to all living beings. But when the living beings turn to him and try to serve him and try to devote themselves to him, at that time, when they take, as it is said, when we take one step towards God, God takes 100 steps towards us. So in that mode, Krishna is saying that ye bhajanti tumam bhaktya, those who worship me with devotion, I offer myself to them, I exist in them, and they offer themselves to me and they exist in me. It is Krishna's reciprocity that makes his personality tangible, that makes his love transformational, that makes relationships with him real. So the more we turn towards Krishna, the more Krishna reveals his beauty to us, therefore thereby increasing the sweetness of devotion that we relish in our heart, and that makes us, it inspires us to focus more and more of our heart on him and him alone. And that singular focus, which is an expression of our strong intent to love him, that causes Krishna to reciprocate further, and he too rewards by revealing more and more of his sweetness. And this reciprocation of intensification of our offering of devotion and increase of his revelation of his sweetness, devotion in this cycle devotion becomes an everlasting, ever increasing ecstasy. Thank you.